What's up? This is Sonny from Sonny Eat Well Club. We're going to do another thin down, get you ripped meal. So this is how I want to start this with you. I'm not a fan. It's okay if you want to do it and you have the time. I'm taking the fresh carrots, you're peeling it, you're chopping it like that. There's nothing wrong with that, but I like to do this stuff fast because I don't like to spend a lot of time in the kitchen. All right, and you shouldn't either unless you're getting paid for it. You're a cook or a chef. All right, so I've got you go to the grocery stores, they have those steam bags, and all you do is put it in the microwave 5-6 minutes, right? So we got steam bag carrots. Okay, these are some onions, pearl onions, but you could slice the onions up. Pearl onions from the steam bag. These are fresh mushrooms. Okay, I just cut them up. And these are some plum tomatoes or cherry tomatoes. It really makes no difference. Okay, and Brussels sprouts, steam bag. All right, now, which I always tell you this stuff. If you don't like the onions, don't put it in. If you don't like the tomatoes, don't put it in. But if you can, put everything I tell you to put in. Now, one thing with all my shows that I want to mention to you is garlic. One show out of 100-something shows, I use garlic. Why don't I use garlic? You can use the garlic. I don't use the garlic because I don't like the smell of it. I don't like the taste of it. I know all restaurants and everybody and their brother uses garlic. You can use the garlic. I just don't, but you can. All right, so this has all been steamed. This is steamed. This is steamed. This is cut up a cup. Of course, this fresh stuff is all washed. Now we're going to do this chicken meal. All right, so what I did is I bought the package of boneless chicken thighs. That's what we're doing today. Another little trick which I'm going to tell you. If it's chicken thighs, if it's chicken breasts, chicken legs, chicken wings, and I don't do much with the wings or the legs. There's not enough meat on them, all right? If you're going to barbecue it outside, grill it outside, the time it's done, because you can't have chicken medium or rare, or it's got to be cooked right through. So it dries out and you burn it. Even if you did it in the house, if you did it in the frying pan or you did it in the oven, it's got to cook right through. And most of the time, unless you're basting it, it's done, but it's dry. So here's my way of telling you how to cook chicken, no matter which way you're going to do it. I took the chicken, all right, I put it in a big pot of water, and I boiled it. Now the chicken is done, all right? And I left the skin on it, but it's boneless. So now your chicken is done. I cooled it off, let it cool off, and then I got one of these Ziploc bags here, all right? I put the cooled chicken in the Ziploc bag. Now, Italian salad dressing, okay? That's how we're going to marinate it. I've said this already on many shows. I'm going to tell you again. Go to the supermarket, whichever supermarket you want to go to, okay? Look for the Italian salad dressing that has the less sodium, okay, and the less sugar. Whichever one has the less, that's what you buy. So I got my salad dressing, put it in like that, shaking it up a little bit. Now what I did is I like to marinate it overnight. If you don't want to marinate it overnight, you don't have to. You can put it in like that, put it in the refrigerator for a couple hours, all right? But if you let it go overnight, it's a little bit, I think, better. So this has been marinating overnight. It's cooked in the water, so it's boiled chicken, all right? So I'm going to open this up. Okay, you can smell the salad dressing. Okay, and I'm going to take this out. Take the chicken out, put them in here. Actually, you know what I can do? I'm going to empty it all right with the marinade and everything in it. All right. All right, let me just put this here in the sink. Okay, so now, this is a chicken. It's boiled, sitting in the marinade overnight. Okay, smells like a big salad. All right, now I got a frying pan here. Frying pan, I got it heating up. No stick. I just happen to use today is the olive oil spray no stick. We do not have to use oil from the bottle because this is cooked. And all we want to do is just brown it up a little bit. So this is heating up right there. So now, nice, slow, and easy. We're going to put the skin side down. That's why I didn't take the skin off. Skin side down. There we go. Let's just turn this up a little bit. This is an electric stove, so I got it on medium. Depends what kind of stove you have. If you have a gas stove, it might be a little different, but this is electric. Okay. Get this right in there. Like I said, skin side down. And all we're going to do is we're going to brown the skin. And then when the skin is browned, we're going to turn it over for a couple minutes, and we're going to take it out, and we're going to make our dish. All right, so I just browned it a little bit on both sides. I started with the skin down. Let's take this off and put it in a tray. Okay. All right, and we'll go to our next step here. Give me a second here. I'm going to put it in here. It's all nice and brown. These are, like I said, chicken thighs, boneless, but they do have the skin on it. And the reason I left the skin on it, because I wanted to, when I browned it in here, I wanted to make sure that face down, it didn't burn it and dry it up. Okay, so here's our chicken thighs. Next, remember, these are steam bagged. Okay, so when I say it's steam bagged, they're cooked already. You know, did it earlier. So we're going to throw, watch this, we're going to throw some of these tomatoes in it, anywhere. Doesn't make a difference because it's all going to get mixed up. Little Brussels sprouts, cooked already, steam bag, no big deal. We're good with that. Simple, easy. Mushrooms, good. We'll move these around a little bit, okay? Oh, and it looks pretty. Smells real good. All right. Onions, pearl onions. Again, I'm going to tell you, you want to use all fresh stuff, use it. It's just that when you use the fresh, takes time to clean it, cut it up, and then, of course, you're going to have to boil the stuff to get it cooked first, because if you put it in raw in the oven, because we got to put this in the oven a minute, okay, to heat everything up, it's going to take a lot of time. It's up to you. All right, little carrots. Now, if this is just going to be for you, you got one or two things you could do, or a lot of different things you could do. You can make a big batch, save some for the next day or 2 days from now, or make a little batch if you're just going to have that at night. So let me put this up here like that so you can see that. Oh yeah, okay. Now, next, we ain't done yet. Okay, this is the product I use a lot. It's called it's what it's called, no salt, sodium-free salt. Use this if you don't want to use it. It has a little bit of different taste, but it's less of the evil of real salt. So we put a little bit of this in. You don't have to use a lot. Now, here's a big key. I use this a lot. Mrs. Dash. Mrs. Dash has a lot of products, and they're sodium-free. And that's what we got to worry about is salt, because salt retains water and blows you up. Yep, this is good. And as much as you want of this stuff, and like I said, if you go to the supermarket, they have all different Mrs. Dash this, Mrs. Dash that. Okay, we're going to put a little bit of this in. Okay. I'm going to take the tongs here. I'm going to mix this up. Now remember, the vegetables have been cooked, okay? And the chicken, obviously, you know, is cooked and done. I'm just mixing it around a little bit. What I want to do, because the vegetables now are a little cold, and of course they're cooked so you can eat them just the way they are, I'm going to pop this in the oven. I put the oven on for 350. This is a process you don't have to do. I put it in the oven for 350. Okay, and I just want to really heat the vegetables up. So let me put this in the oven, heat it up a little bit, and then we'll plate it up. All right, so I've got that in the oven. I had the oven 350. I've got it in there for about 15, 20 minutes. Like I said, everything's cooked, just warming up the vegetables. Now, don't forget, if you have a gas oven, electric oven, it might be a little different, you know, temperature, but it's no big deal because the food is cooked. So let me get this out. Let's plate it up and see what we got. Oh, yeah. Let me get this out of there. Make sure you have mittens. Put these over here. Okay, so here we go. This is what we got going here. See it nicely? This is it. Beautiful. God. It's so beautiful, picture perfect. I don't even want to eat it, touch it. It's beautiful. Okay, so this is what we could do. Now, I didn't do this today, but you could do it. If you have lettuce, you could break up some shredded lettuce or regular leaf lettuce, put it on there and put this on top, but that's up to you. Now, sometimes if you want to do that, you know, it's okay. So let's get this going here. First, I'm going to grab some of these vegetables, put some of the vegetables on here. Let's move the chicken around. Yeah. Now, Don't forget, we're doing weight loss meals. So, moral of the story is this. You're not going to eat the whole tray. I want to give you a little trick talking about don't eat the whole tray. Oh, yeah, that looks so nice. Um, I don't know how many of my YouTube shows you watched or you didn't watch, so you might not have heard what I say. So let's say this is our, and don't forget, don't eat the skin. The skin was only on there, so when I put a skin down on the frying pan, it didn't burn. So you can take the skin off. All right, another little trick, one of my little tricks again, to losing weight. Like I said, you're not going to eat the skin. Plate that right up, put this to the side. Bottle of water, size like this. I don't know what they are, but a bottle like this. Before you eat any meal, if it's breakfast, lunch, dinner, if you read some of my books or on my shows, you should eat 5 times a day, and it tells you how to eat and the combinations of food. So this is going to be your dinner. Take the bottle of water, all right? Don't chug-a-lug it down. Take the bottle of water, and it's better if you iced it. So in other words, here's your bottle, here's your big glass, right? Fill the glass up with ice, put some of the water in. It's not all going to fit. When you drink some more, put some more water in it. Okay, why did I say ice it if you can? Some people can't have the ice because they say it affects their teeth or their gums. All right, then don't put the ice in it. But try then refrigerator cold. What happens is this. I don't want you to eat the food and the water together. I want you to have the water by itself, because once you have the water by itself, then you can eat your food. It's like this. I've said this on a lot of the shows, but I don't know what shows you watch or didn't. But hopefully you watched every one of my shows over and over again and put like, comment, and subscribe. But anyway, that would help me. Because if you took the gas out of your gas tank and filled it up with water, of course, we're not going to start the car, okay? And if you had an electric car, it's not going to work at all right? And I'm not a fan of electric cars, by the way. So if you fill the car up with water in the gas tank, turn the ignition key on, your gas gauge is going to go whoop to full. It doesn't know that it's not gasoline. It just knows it's full. So between your brain and your stomach, you drink the water first before the meal, it's going to get you half full. All right, so that's another little trick. Next trick, as I want to tell you, is this. Look, there's all kinds of plates, sizes and things like that. This is a little undersized of the regular plate, right? So you don't want to have a plate that's this big and you're putting this food on. It's going to look lost and it's going to look like really, you got nothing to eat there. So the smaller plate, okay, is better because it looks like you got more food. So I want to bring this up here so you can see this like this, where they're all falling out. All right, so like, comment, and subscribe. I'm the real deal when it comes to weight loss meals.